Yeah, criminal minded here. Yeah. Today I'm going to talk about abortion. Abortion. Yeah, and I'm a big pro-life guy. Well, fuck, that's supposed to be, but I'm anti-abortion. And I would like anyone who listens to this shit to check out a documentary on YouTube called Marfa 21. MAAFA 21. Marfa 21. And any black person in the right frame of mind who watched that documentary will be anti-abortion too. And I think feminism has done a good job in the black community. I don't know how the black woman saw the white woman as a friend, but yeah. The black woman, and I'm not going to just blame black women, but the majority of this abortion thing, practice, is more black women doing, because I'll give you an example why. I will explain myself why I say this, because I'm not a Sotomayor type. I'm not none of these square niggas who just want to blame women. I'm not. So I want to give you my reason why I come to this conclusion, right? Okay. Black women say that, or should I say the feminist says that it's the woman's body, it's her right to do what she wants with her body, right? But my question is this. Women don't get pregnant by themselves, do they? Yes, it is your body, but it is my seed too. So I don't think it takes both of us to decide whether we want to have the baby or not. Number one. Yeah? Number two is this, right? Feminism make it easy for women to have all the excuse in the world. I'm not ready for a child. But it's funny how they're not ready for a child, but they're ready to take dick in their mouth, pussy, and asshole. I mean, it shows to me that you're ready for a child, mate. If you could take a dick up your mouth, some of them can even fucking deep throat a whole dick. If you can deep throat a whole dick and shove a dick up your anal and your vagina and bust all kinds of nuts on a dick, you talk about fuck me harder, you can have a baby. You're ready to have a baby. You're ready to take care of that baby. You're ready to face the responsibility of that baby. Yeah, that's number one. Yeah, because to me, I'm still with my girl now. Yeah, she's a black girl, by the way. So if you think I just diss black women, you're wrong. I'm with a black girl, a full black girl, not no quarter black, not no 75% black, not no 50% black, full black. Yeah, number one. So let's get out of the way. Yeah, we didn't plan my first son. I only got one child in this world. My son, we didn't plan him. She came to me one day in the room and said, I think I'm pregnant. My period is due, but I haven't come on yet. There was no argument done. I'm not going to go into a deep story about the situation at hand, but there was no argument done. We both agreed on it. She's not going to have an abortion. We already spoke about it before she even got pregnant from the jump, that I was anti-abortion. And since I'm ready to dig her down, I'm ready to take the responsibility of what comes out of her vagina, which is my seed. Do you understand? Yeah? So since I was ready to dig her down, she was ready to take my dick, we was both ready to face what comes out of that interaction. Yeah? Hence, forth, my son, 5 years old. Yeah? Now, you women laying down with men, not discussing nothing about whether he's pro-life, he's pro-abortion, whether if you was to get pregnant, he'll be with you, or none of that shit there. You don't discuss none of these things there. You jump in mouth and anal and vagina first. And then you're in some room crying, pretending like he did you wrong. Like he wasn't coming just as much as he was coming. Like he wasn't loving the sex just as much as he was loving the sex. You see, that's the hypocrites. That's the hypocrisy of females. Yeah. When they get pregnant, I was going to say when the shit hits the fan, but it's not really shit hits in the fan. It's real life. You get me? But when they get pregnant, they don't wanna own up to it. They wanna oh, he didn't use a condom. He didn't do this. It takes both. In fact, since you're so worried about being pregnant, you should have told him because of that he has to wear a condom. Do you understand? Yeah. This is what I'm talking about right here. I was watching this documentary on YouTube about a Philadelphia doctor who was killing black babies. Some of them was even 8 months old, 9 months old. Yeah. And he was killing these black babies left, right, and center. To me, abortion is listen. I think within a month the heart start beating. It got life. From when the heart start beating, it's a human being. Yeah, and that's the thing with white supremacy. The white man has got black women believing anything that he wants them to believe, because once upon a time abortion was illegal. Now it is legal. So black women go ahead with this bullshit. Yeah, it still shows you that we still listen to white people and we still see white people as the authoritative figure in this world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, us criminals don't. That's why we break the law and we break the rules, because we don't respect their laws, we don't respect their rules. Yeah? To me, women who have abortion should be sentenced the same amount of time as men who murder other men. Straight up. I don't feel sorry for them, because they wasn't crying when it was taking dick. They wasn't crying when it was sucking dick. They wasn't crying when they was taking dick up their arse and rubbing their clit. They weren't crying. Yeah, so don't come here and sob now that it haunts you that you murdered your child. No one forced you to go in that clinic, open your legs, and let a doctor hoover out your child. Rip your child into little pieces and bits. No one forced you to do it. You did it on your own choice because you didn't want the child. And most of these bitches, and they are bitches, most of these bitches do it because they care about a job that a white man is offering them or has told that they can get. So they don't want to put their job on the line. A lot of these famous celebrities has had an abortion. Chili from TLC, is it Tony Braxton? Another bitch had an abortion. Lil Kim had an abortion. A lot of these females have kill babies. They kill black babies because of a career. Yeah, they neglect their first duty, which is to become mothers. Yeah, they neglect that and pick on a duty that a white man told them. So go get a job and go get a salary. Yeah, and then they talk about, oh, I'm poor. If you're poor, they don't fuck. I'm saying, if you know, because if you fuck, you know what's going to come out of a child. If you cannot afford a child, don't have sex. Don't suck a dick. Don't do these things. Do you understand that? Like, stop the excuses, man. It goes beyond logic. Stop it now. Yeah? Because people in Africa, in third world country, are much, much poorer than you fuckers in this country. Do you see them talking about, oh, we're poor. We don't. They know. They learn how to survive. You know, that criminal-minded instincts, that survival instincts that black people have. Yeah, they're dead poor, and they're not aborting their child. Yeah, and you may say, oh, they haven't got a choice. You damn right, they haven't got a choice, and they're still doing it. It's not stopping them from having sex. It's not stopping them from having the children. They're still doing what they have to do with the children. So you in this Western world, you should have no excuse, yeah, or no reason to be killing off your children. Do you know that more black children are killed more in a rapid fashion than black men killing black men on the streets? So black women commit more murder than black men. The statistics speak for itself. In America, I don't know about this country, but in America, 1,400 black children die every day because the black woman don't have a black baby. But you see, what you don't understand is this, right? What you're doing is you're killing off the ancestors who want to come out on this world and find solutions to our problem that we face as black people every day. Yeah? You're killing off scientists. You're killing off engineers. You're killing off mathematicians. You're killing off lawyers. You're killing off doctors. You're killing off geniuses who got answers to the problems. You don't get it out. Tupac's mother was dead broke when she had Tupac. If she would have decided to have killed Tupac, do you reckon we would have had the kind of music that we have today? No. Serena Williams, if their dad decided to abort them, do you reckon we would have had some black female figures to look up to in the tennis world? No. If Michael Jackson's dad, Joe Jackson, told his wife to have abortions, do you reckon we would have Michael Jackson, the greatest dancer of all time? No. If a lot of these people, Malcolm X, Martin Luther, all these type of people, if all these type of people were listen, in slavery, where we were forced to do all kinds of fucked up shit, the women didn't even think of killing their children. That was in slavery. They didn't even think of killing their children. What makes you think that you should do that now? When you so-called believe you're not enslaved? If our ancestors in slavery and in colonization feel say there was a need to have the children, what excuse do you guys have now? That's my question. And yes, some of the women are forced, because I remember I read a story where a black man put a gun to his girlfriend's head and told her if she don't have the abortion, she's gonna kill her. And then when she went to the abortion clinic, she wrote on a piece of paper that she don't want to have the abortion, and that her boyfriend is outside with a gun, forcing her to have the abortion. So which I respect the abortion clinics, what they did was they called the police. Police came to the car park, saw the boyfriend in the car, they drew their gun on him, they found I think it was a 45 revolver on him. Yeah, they arrested him. You see? So it's not just the woman's fault. Some of these women are pressurized by men to have these abortions. Yeah, and I think that's kind of fucked up of these men. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of fucked up because, dude, you should be able to take responsibility. You should not be fucking a woman bareback. If that's how you feel around the situation. You're a sucker, you're a coward, you're a disgrace to your race, and you ain't no man. And for that, the woman, you see, this is when the woman should tell the man, I'm not going to do it and you can't make me over my dead body. Yeah, I've heard stories where a man has made a woman have 11 abortions. One woman, I know what, a close friend of mine, he only told me later on, but I ripped into him for that. I told him, you're a piece of shit for that. He made a girl that he was having sex with have 4 abortions. Yeah, and the girl to this day tells him that it affects her to this day, which it would. Yeah, because your womb is supposed to give life, not death. So now your womb got nothing but death in there. And decomposing tissues in your womb. I mean, because if you really believe that these white people hoover out every particle of the human tissue from the child, you got nothing coming. There's been lots of stories where the woman has had an abortion and then later she still see fragments of the human pieces in her womb from the child. Meaning that some of the child's tissue is still in her womb. So there's a lot of black women, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of black women are fucked up because they don't know the psychological, the emotional, the spiritual, the physical effects of having an abortion, what it does to your body. Because your womb is supposed to be a life bearer, not a death bearer. You're reversing the cycle. You're reversing the effects of the womb. Yeah, that's why there's a lot of black women going to mental psychiatric ward. I believe it got a lot to do with abortions. Yeah, mental psychiatric ward, because I believe there's dead fetuses are in your womb. It shouldn't be there. There's dead particle tissues in your womb. It shouldn't be there. Yeah, because the womb is a life giver and a life bearer, not a death bearer. Because when When they kill the child, they kill a child in your womb. So the energy, the energy of death is released in your womb. Do you understand? That the spirit of that child is in your womb. Yeah? Hey, don't take my word for it. I'm just a criminal. What the fuck do I know? But that's my point. Yeah? So don't take this shit lightly, black women. Don't let these sucker-ass niggas punk you or persuade you or sweet talk you into killing a child. Yeah? Because there's every action got a reaction. If you feel you could just kill that baby, just go on with your life and go work in a corporate office, or just go on and he will marry you happily ever after, you got nothing coming. And it's not just black women. There's lots of other races who are non-black, who are killing their babies, but I don't give a fuck about them, because I ain't part of that race. I'm black, and it's black first with me. Yeah? So that's my point right there. You got sucker-ass black men who ain't got no balls. Yeah, they're not gonna wear a condom. They're going to take responsibility, because listen, I would advise black girls, yeah, this is what you do. You ask the man, am I somebody, do you see me as somebody who could be a mother of your child in the future? You ask him this question. If he says, yes, I do. When you get pregnant and you try to have an abortion, you call him up on it. If he says not ready, you tell him that you shouldn't put your dick in me without no condom. Yeah? You say to him, I was ready to have a child. Yeah, that's why I accepted you not wearing condom when we was having sex, because I knew what could happen and I was ready to face whatever could happen after that. It's time we become very political in our speech and in our actions. Yeah, before you get into bed with a man, it's very simple. Just tell him, listen, if you want to have sex with me without a condom, I want to ask you a question. Am I the type of girl that you would see having a baby with? And you look him in his eye and you tell him whatever answer he gives you from here on forward will matter a lot if you do get pregnant in the action that you two are going to partake. So if he says, oh yes, man, yeah, man, of course, I wouldn't, yeah, of course, man. If you had my of course, man, I wouldn't mind. If he says that, then by all means, you two do what you do. Have your fun, bust all kinds of nuts. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do. If you want to put a dick in your mouth, vagina, anal, that's your business. Just as long as you get pregnant, you know what time it is. And you let him be aware of that too. Yeah, because we have to be adults about the situation. Because we are killing off a lot of answers. I see children as answers to the world problem. And I see black children as answers to black problems. Yeah, and if you're not even gonna let the answer come forth, what the fuck is the point of you even existing? Because if your parents thought like you wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? Because your parents saw you to be an answer to a problem. Yeah? Your children are answers to problems. That's how I see them. Yeah? This is a physical world. They are physical beings. The physical problem need a physical being to solve it. If you can't solve it, you create something that can't solve it. Hence, children. That's why they say children are our future. Yeah? From the rate we're going, we're not going to have any future. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? Fuck any black man who try to tell a black woman to have an abortion. You're a dickhead and you're a waste man for that. Yeah? You get me? If you don't like the girl, if she's a whore, why you fucking a whore bareback, bro? Why you fucking a whore without a condom? Yeah? And you female, if he's not a good catch mate, if he's not something like you want to have a baby with, why let him fuck you bareback in the first place? This white man's world, yeah. All that the white man has done for black people in his world is give them excuses. White man has done a good job in making black people have nothing but excuses. All we got is excuses for problems. Excuses. No one want to tackle the situation head on and say, you know what, I was wrong, or I accept responsibility for my actions and I'm willing to do better. It's time we program ourselves to just think different, man. Because this shit is not, you know what I'm saying? It's not. Anyway, you get my point. Fuck abortion, man. Abortion ain't for black people. Even if you're raped, you shouldn't abort the child. That's what I think. Because you don't know what answer this child will come with. You understand? With that said, I'm out like I stole something. Criminal minded. Catch you on the next flight.